Hey, what's up? This is Mark from Chimaira, and you're watching the Dimebag Rig Project. So today I'm going to tell you about the one and only time I really got to meet and semi-hang out with Dimebag. We were on Ozfest in 2003, and if you know anything about our band, that was kind of like a really great era for us. We had released an album called The Impossibility of Reason, and that's one of our biggest albums. So we were on a major upswing. We were kicking a lot of ass on Ozfest, and things were cool. So one day we're out in Milwaukee on tour, and there's all this chatter on the second stage going around that there's a rumor that Dime and Vinnie were going to show up. So you'll have to go back in time. This is after Pantera, but Damage Plan hadn't really formed yet. So we hadn't really seen or heard much from Dime and Vinnie. So this was a special occasion, to say the least. So, and then we heard that they were not only going to show up, but they were going to play Walk with Disturbed, who were on the main stage. So right around the time when the second stage started opening, made my way down there. And when you're on Ozfest, the tour setup's pretty crazy, like second stage versus where the main stage was, especially at this venue, was a long distance away. So take like a golf cart and go off to the catering area. As soon as I get into catering, I see Dimebag standing there, and he's just hanging out, and people are obviously coming up to him left and right, wanting to shake his hand or have him sign something or just say what's up. And I was on the phone with a friend back home as I was just kind of loitering and watching Dime, and my buddy's like, he didn't believe me. He's like, yeah, put him on the phone. So I just walked up to Dime and never met him, and I handed him the phone. I said, my buddy doesn't believe you're here. Will you talk to him? And Dime just right smack grabs the phone and, Paul, what's going on, man? How you been? Starts talking to him like they're long lost best friends. Hilarious moment and super cool. You know, I shake his hand and nice to meet you. And I'm pretty timid. I don't know what the hell to say to this dude. Besides, like, I love your music, and I'm sure he hears that enough, right? So I just kind of was shy about it. So Disturbed are about to go on, and I make my way over to watch them, and sure enough, like, Dime and Vinnie come out on the stage about halfway through, and they start doing a cover of Walk. And so we're just happy as can be. We're getting to see like two dudes from Pantera. We're like 20, 30 feet away, tops, watching them. And then Dave Draymond from Disturbed signaled over to the second stage guys who were like me, and I think Brian from Shadows Fall was out there, and some of the guys from Motograde, probably Ivan, who's now in Five Finger Death Punch, singer. But anyway, we get pulled out, and next thing you know, I'm headbanging and like face to face with Dime. No longer am I 30 feet away. I'm like a foot away, and we're headbanging and he's riffing out to Walk, and I'm just, next thing you know, I got the mic and I'm singing. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Very surreal moment. So it's pretty cool that I got to have that experience in that time frame. And for years, I searched for visible proof that it happened. You know, this is a year before cell phones and the era where everyone's filming everything in every waking moment. We had no evidence of this whatsoever. And finally, on Instagram, thanks to the Dimebag Rig Project, I got a little photo of it. So at least I can prove that I'm not full of shit, and I was standing right there. So yeah, but it just says a lot about the character of Dime, how cool he was, and It was just a blast. You know, we got to eventually play with Damage Plan, but didn't really get to have that kind of interaction because we were like on festivals together, and those time slots can be drastically different, and your daily obligations like interviews or when can you eat and things of that nature are all time coordinated to your band. And he had his own agenda with his band, and there's 50-60 other bands on the festival, so it wasn't as intimate as a setting. But yeah, it was a great experience and one of the highlights of my career for sure. I mean, saw Pantera I don't know how many times growing up, and obviously influenced our sound big time. So yeah, it was a cool moment. So I hope you enjoyed that story, and thanks for hitting me up. Let me tell you about it.